I feel delighted to speak about academics. I like to congratulate NHRD for organizing and bringing all academicians as well as the industry together. The academia is going through a paradigm shift. I have been in teaching for the last 24 years. Every year, looking at young generation passing out. The last 5 years, I've been seeing a lot of changes. The millennials are quite demanding, and thanks to the IT advancement, you call it AI or online content, the institutions adjust and accommodate the new challenges, and we continue to get into that paradigm shift. Great amount of influence with the growing social media influence. We as a B School, we have decided to take this disruption in our hands, and we leverage a lot. For example, when I studied, the methodology and the pedagogy was completely different. Today, when I go and teach my students, MBA students, the social media is of immense help. For example, I take 90 minutes class, I divide them into 3 slots. The old convention where a professor is speaking for 90 minutes have gone. We divide them, and then one part, I ask them to engage in the social media. For example, if I take a case, I give them 20 minutes, I ask them to look into their mobile phones, and I would ask them to do some amount of research. This is within the class. Outside the class, the opportunities are plenty, and we are exploiting all these opportunities. We as a faculty, we upload certain contents. We encourage students to learn even at home. And these all the new developments. Yeah, I agree with you. The social media greatly influence the students positively, though there are instances where the children are carried away by other interests. But nonetheless, I agree, social media is a great influence, a positive influence, I would say. Employability in India, since I represent management, I prefer to talk about management students. The statistics says, besides the top 20 B schools, the employability down below among the students of other B schools are pretty discouraging. Now, there could be many factors. One is the B schools, you call it B category or C category. The input matters, and the second reason, the kind of students the C category or B category schools, B schools get, or to put it simply, the choices of getting the best students are very limited when it comes to these B schools. So B schools face different kind of challenges. One is to fill in the requirements of industry is a big challenge, because the kind of students the B schools get as compared to the top tier school are not great. Now, this adds to a couple of responsibilities in the hands of the faculty. The faculty have to work very hard. They have to handhold, and they have to act as a mentor. Very easier said than done. When you talk about students mentoring, you're talking about investing a lot of time. And this investment of time requires a great deal of dedication from the faculty members. So this is one challenge. And then the ever-evolving demand of the industry is another factor. So Yeah, employability is an issue, but then I strongly believe if you have an unrelenting will, you can certainly increase the employability of your B school. Well, you're bringing government here. Is we all B schools are controlled by the compliance agencies of government. Now, I represent Durgadevi Saraf Institute of Management, Malad, and we have close to 5,000 B schools in the country. Most of the B schools are governed by All India Institute of Technical Education. So when it comes to compliance, anyone who would like to come and set up a B school, the government gives permission. That's fine. If your intentions are good, that's good. I mean, that's fine. But then I would suggest a very close monitoring of the compliance and the quality and the other aspect, for example, infrastructure and the experience of the faculty, the research repertoire of these B schools. They're all very important, and I would like the government to not to be a dictator and breathing down your neck, but the government can ensure the students get a great deal of service from good B schools. Well, it's a great initiative, and I like to congratulate Asma because these kinds of channels should reach out to the stakeholders, because B schools today are producing large number of students. Now, when I talk about large number of students, they run in thousands, sometimes even lakhs, and these many students are getting into the industry, and to grow the industry, to support the growth aspiration of India, all the stakeholders should come together, and ASMA is doing a great job. I congratulate ASMA and its team. I would be happy to contribute whatever I can do. Thank you so much.